Hey everyone, welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub. Tonight, we're covering a major and rapidly developing story that has captured the attention of the entire dinar community, as well as international financial watchers. Reports emerging from multiple sources, including banking insiders, international contacts, and experienced currency analysts, are pointing toward what could be a historic financial event. The central claim circulating online is that Iraqi dinar contract rates have reportedly been activated and are now appearing in certain international banking systems. After years of speculation, false starts, and unverified rumors, the information surfacing tonight indicates that this sequence may finally be different. According to sources just before 7 p.m. local time, a wave of reports began circulating from key financial insiders and bank contacts. They described system updates across major U.S. and international banking platforms. These updates were reportedly not part of the standard overnight maintenance or routine data refreshes. Instead, they were flagged as rate adjustment, entries of technical distinction that has grabbed the attention of currency watchers. Within hours, analysts monitoring these systems noticed indications that contract rates for the Iraqi dinar had been activated in select international platforms, suggesting a possible shift from a testing phase to live operational status. For months, those closely following these developments have been instructed to watch for a very specific sequence: system updates, live contract rate visibility, and finally, public confirmation. The reported activity tonight occurred precisely during the evening banking window, which many interpret as intentional. Analysts note that this timing aligns with a global coordination strategy. This sequence of events, if accurate, signals that the system may be entering a critical operational stage. Timing is crucial here. The window between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern Time is a key period for global financial synchronization. During this time, banks conduct their daily resets, update SWIFT networks, and process cross-border banking adjustments for the next trading cycle. It is considered the optimal window to implement significant systemic changes with minimal disruption to public markets. Introducing new rates at this time allows the data to propagate through interconnected banking systems while institutions adjust internally before the wider public becomes aware. Looking inside Iraq, the timing of these international updates corresponds with a buildup of local activity. Recent reports indicate that Iraq's central bank has finalized its budget recalibration, a prerequisite for major monetary reform. Additionally, lower denomination notes are being distributed in key areas not for public circulation, but for internal testing and bank acclimatization. This demonstrates the country's preparedness to advance its currency reform agenda. Physical infrastructure is also being prepared. ATMs nationwide have reportedly been recalibrated to accommodate both current notes and potential new ones. This massive logistical effort suggests tangible preparation for a broader currency reform. Iraq's finance ministry has also been more vocal in recent statements, emphasizing goals to strengthen the dinar and rebuild international trust. Analysts interpret these communications as clear signals that the system is moving toward an operational shift. At the heart of tonight's news are contract rates. For newcomers, a contract rate is not the public exchange rate seen on trading apps or local exchange booths. Instead, it represents pre-negotiated rates typically reserved for large participants, institutions, or registered individuals holding significant currency. Historically, when internal contract rates appear within closed banking systems, it is often interpreted as the revaluation entering its final operational stage. These rates tend to be higher than eventual public rates, which explains the community excitement about tonight's claims. Understanding the tiered rollout structure is essential. Analysts suggest the dinar follows a multi-tier system to ensure stability. Tier 1 includes governments and central institutions. Tier 2 involves international organizations such as the UN or IMF, and Tier 3 includes private pre-approved groups. Tier 4 covers individual holders, split into Tier 4A and Tier 4B, with 4B representing early private participants outside pre-registered groups. Contract rate visibility for upper tiers typically signals the next phase, notifying Tier 4 participants before a public rate is released. Timeline expectations are another key focus. Historically, once contract rates go live and stabilize, the public rate often follows within 24 to 72 hours. This depends on system stability and the absence of technical issues. This projected window makes the next 1 to 3 days critical for the community. Meanwhile, domestic developments in Iraq reinforce the narrative. Local news segments have highlighted the final phase of currency reform, emphasizing Iraq's desire to restore the dinar as a dominant and internationally recognized currency. Technical milestones within Baghdad are also significant. Reports suggest that banks are conducting cross-border settlement tests, using the dinar for international trade, a first in decades. This step demonstrates increasing confidence in the currency from both Iraq and its global partners. It aligns with Iraq's broader goal of reducing dollar dependency and encouraging domestic and international transactions in dinar. Oil contracts are reportedly being restructured for dinar settlement, signaling a tangible shift in the economic system. Collaboration with international partners is key. Reports indicate that Iraq's central bank and the U.S. Treasury have coordinated closely to ensure a smooth, stable transition from a dollar-dependent economy to one anchored by a stronger, internationally tradable dinar. If contract rates are now live, it reflects a coordinated global financial adjustment, rather than a local development alone. Bank readiness in the U.S. is also being highlighted. Insiders report that major banks, including Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America, are on high alert, actively preparing for a potential dinar event. Internal rate screens reportedly show placeholders for both the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. Critically, these placeholders are fluctuating in real time, a sign that live data feeds are active, consistent with integration just prior to public rate release. The next steps are clear, according to reports. If contract rates remain live and stable over the next 24 to 48 hours, official confirmation may follow from Iraq's central bank or coordinated international institutions, such as the World Bank or IMF. Once confirmed, banks would theoretically notify Tier 4 participants, allowing them to schedule exchanges in controlled waves. Finally, the public forks update would make the new rate visible globally, marking the official revaluation. For individual holders, the focus is on calm and preparedness. Verified instructions from reputable banks should be followed, and caution exercised against unverified offers or online scams. The community dialogue emphasizes strategic planning and long-term financial thinking, rather than impulsive decisions. This moment is framed as one requiring patience and careful execution, as decisions in the coming days could have lasting effects. Globally, the implications are significant. Successful implementation could influence other currencies like the Vietnamese dong and Zimbabwe dollar, highlighting a model for emerging economies to strengthen national currencies. Traders, analysts, and governments worldwide are watching closely. Iraq's success could represent a broader financial reset, signaling a shift toward more multipolar currency systems. Economically, this represents a milestone for Iraq after 2 decades of rebuilding. From post-war reconstruction to inflation control and currency stabilization, the potential revaluation reflects an economic rebirth. For the Iraqi people, it symbolizes restored financial dignity and credibility. For global investors, it marks the possible culmination of years of patience and research, validating a long-term thesis about Iraq's economic potential. Community reaction tonight has been intense. Online groups, social media threads, and Telegram channels are abuzz with excitement and cautious optimism. Terms like "it's happening" and "rates are live" are trending. Experienced voices, however, emphasize patience until public confirmations appear on official sources, including the Central Bank of Iraq and major forks feeds. Discipline, they say, is critical to ensure safe participation. Operationally, the timing described by insiders is strategic. Introducing live rates during late evening banking hours gives global banks time to synchronize and verify system accuracy before markets reopen. This minimizes volatility and speculative trading, indicating a highly coordinated plan between Iraq and its international partners. Every detail from timing to technical signals to policy alignment points to a deliberate rollout. As this story unfolds, analysts are monitoring for international acknowledgement. Past currency events have involved quiet coordination before public announcements. Official statements may be delayed until system stability is confirmed, which, while frustrating, is interpreted positively as a sign of careful execution. The final stage, the public forks update, is what everyone awaits. This will make the new dinar rate visible worldwide and officially recognized. Historical patterns suggest public exchanges can begin within 24 hours of this update, making the next few days potentially historic for the community.